Hey, what is up guys, it's Guidelines here, and today we're back at it again with a brand new CSGO cheat review. Today we're reviewing Ev0lve, that's with a 0 in the name. And this cheat has been a thing for a very long time. If you guys know Aimware 2.0, like the old Aimware, or the cheat Unity hacks? Yeah, that's what it is. This cheat was kind of big around those days. This cheat was known for being decent for HvH and no spread, I think around 2016 or 2017. It's always kind of been like not invite only, but apply to get in, and some people are really, it's really easy for them to get in after applying. Some people it's really hard. As for me, it took me like 3 years of applications and then finally getting an invite to the cheat to get in for some reason, not sure why. But yeah, so I have the cheat now, and if you guys want it, it will be in the link in the description. All you guys got to do is apply. Good luck to you with that. Anyways, we're going to get into it right now. My overall thoughts after using this cheat for a few days is that the rage bot's kind of buggy, everything's kind of buggy, the menu's kind of ugly, and other than that, it's like a decent cheat, but it's definitely got a lot of work to be done to be made basically a good cheat. I think they need a remake on the menu completely, and just you know, patch all the bugs, and then it'll be fine. But to get into the cheat, let's do that right now. We're gonna start with the box ESP, or the visuals. Yeah, we'll start with the box ESP because this is a very interesting design, I guess. We could start with the CT/T colors, doesn't really matter. Oh, actually no, what this is so it'll change the ESP, so friendly colors and enemy colors will be certain colors, you know, like friendly and enemy will, like, CTs will always, or CT's colors will change, and T's, I don't know how to explain it. So with this setting on, you can set the colors for CTs and T's, right? CT and T colors. For this setting, the same colors will be for friendly and enemy, and I like using friendly and enemy. It just makes more sense to me because I can set red to like enemy, and yeah, as you can see, there's also like two cursors. There are cursors like dragging behind. That's one of the bugs that I was talking about. Also, you could probably see the double tap ready 0 thing. I don't know why that exists, but it's kind of just bugging out over there. Anyways, let's just keep going through this. Enable ESP, you can enable it and disable it. As you can see, there's no ESP now. Visibility check, it'll check to see if they're visible before actually doing any of the, you know, ESP drawing. Legit ESP, this will draw ESP if they're not, or if they're visible only, I'm assuming. Box style, static, and bounding. So bounding will take the size of the player basically and make sure the box is surrounding them completely. Static might not surround them completely, but it'll give you an idea of how the player is and where they're standing. Some people like to use static. I really don't care, it just changes sometimes for me. Like, I'll use static and then the next day I'll use a different one. Who the fuck is DMing me on Discord? Static and bounding ESP, they're two different things, but really they're pretty similar. Like, okay, for static and bounding ESP, bounding will take the exact player size. As you can see, it's like completely around him. None of his body is poking out of the box. We could actually prove that by adjusting the corner width and the height. You can see like the box is surrounding them completely. As of with static, let's actually just fix that really quick. Static, you can see they poke out of the box. It's just a static box, and really this double tap ready 0 text that keeps glitching out is really annoying. This is something that I think is very cool. Oh gosh, what the heck. Alright, I was trying to show the corner box width because you could change like the ESP settings to like whatever you want. As you can see, this is just like 2 lines that are parallel to the side of them. We're actually going to use bounding just because. You could also just do the same thing for the vertical lines. I think that's super cool. You can adjust it to whatever you want though. As you can see, that also shows right here the design. That's cool as well. You can change the corners to look basically however you want them. A lot of people use kind of just like normal corner settings or full ESP from what I've seen. That looks cool to me. That's fine, honestly. I don't really know. There's nothing really special about it. It's just something that I haven't really seen in any of their hacks, so that's cool. Right here, they got glow ESP colors and stuff, and then the alpha slider. So as you can see on the right with this guy right here, as soon as I move the alpha slider past around, like, I think it's like, yeah, 30s, you can start seeing him. And then I usually keep it around 52, but 60-ish is also a good setting, but full 100% glow alpha is just kind of gross in my opinion. Like, if you're legit hacking with 100% glow, you're probably going to look at someone through walls or something stupid like that. As you can also see, it's not flickering the glow ESP. That's very nice. A lot of cheats still do that for some reason. I don't know why. but we're gonna keep the glow alpha just kind of low, just for, you know, personal sake. Cham's visible, yellow cham's invisible, red cham's. This is just like their cham settings. I think you could actually kind of see through him. Oh yeah, this is flat cham. So on this map, there's a thing behind it. Yeah. So this is flat chams. That's what cham's invisible is, and then cham's visible is just solid chams. Simple stuff. Enemy only. You can toggle that on if you only want enemies to show up on your ESP. That's a nice thing. They have health, and this has text, bar, and text. So if I shoot him, you can see 79 HP, and it goes on top of the bar. Their health bar, very nice. For some reason, a lot of cheats I've been reviewing recently have annoying fucking health bars. This health bar is absolutely perfect. There's nothing I hate about it. Yeah, there you go. You can see it works flawlessly. Very, very good health bar in my opinion. Armor bar, same thing, but I don't know anyone that actually uses armor bar. That's a weird thing to actually, you know, use. Ammo, I use this sometimes. It'll show, see, as you can see right here, like their ammo, it'll also go green to red, I believe. That's a nice thing to use if you're legit hacking. Diffusing, bar plus text. I usually just use text, so diffusing. So you can see right there. LBY timer, I'm pretty sure this is completely pointless nowadays, but you could still use that if you wanted to. Dormant ESP, I don't know how to explain this, but when someone goes out of your ESP range, it'll leave a little dormant box there for a few seconds. Skeleton ESP. Okay, I don't know if this is a bug for me or something, but as you guys can see, there is absolutely no skeleton ESP. Let me just make sure there's nothing in the menu that'll... Yeah, I don't know why, but skeleton ESP isn't working, but there's clearly no skeleton being drawn. Let me try to see through walls. Yeah, no skeleton. So I don't know what's wrong with that. I guess skeleton ESP doesn't work. I don't know why, but there you go. Skeleton ESP broken. Name, you can see their names above their heads. There you go, evolve.xyz. Weapon, it'll show their weapon. Zoom flag, this will be if they're zoomed in their gun. If they're zooming in, it'll show zoom. It's actually a very decent feature for HvH and even legit cheating sometimes. Anti-aim flag, it'll tell you if they're using anti-aims, which is, you could tell anyways if people are using anti-aims. And ping flag, it'll show their ping, so that's nice to have for HvH as well. That's basically the box ESP tab, or like just most of their player visuals. You could also go up here and change it for like weapon and bomb, so you could change everything. You could also change all the colors, by the way, guys. I haven't really explained that, but yeah. This is actually very nice because it allows you to change the glow settings and the box ESP settings for like grenades and just the bomb, and a lot of cheats don't do that. They just have like grenade ESP and bomb ESP and stuff like that, but you can't change all the settings. I actually really like this in this sheet, how you could do that. I don't know why there's name, oh, that's for grenade. Okay, cool. And then chicken, name ESP. Chicken lel. Is chicken lel. I like that. That's a funny feature. So yeah, I really appreciate how many like actual customizable settings are in the ESP tab. I think the ESP tab is fucking amazing. Other than the skeleton ESP not working, that's the only problem I have with it. And maybe LBY timer can get removed, but yeah, that's basically it. I think very cool, very innovative with the corner box width and height thing. I haven't seen any other hacks do that, so that's a really cool thing in my opinion. But to stop talking about the box ASP, we could get to the visuals right now. Not really changing much. They have some settings for like hand ESP and stuff, so you could have like lit and then flat chams. I wish they would just call them like flat and unflat, or like normal. And then this is their evolve setting. This is just blue transparent chams with, you know, the wireframe on top of it. I think it looks cool, and Evolve has kind of branded it as their own, I guess, for some reason. But yeah, normal wireframe, as you can see. My hands are just wireframe. A lot of people like this for some reason, not exactly sure why. And then invisible, you can just have no hands. Like, I've seen people actually legit cheat with this for some reason. I don't know, it's just really weird in my opinion. I don't like it, so we're gonna turn that off. Weapon chams, I actually tend to use Evolved for weapon chams. I'm not sure why, but I think it looks cool. I don't know why you can see your hand through the AK, but I think that's something that's like super sick for some reason, so I tend to use this just because it looks cool, you know? I don't know, so I'll keep that on, I guess. I don't know. Draw fake model, this is for like third person for like setting up your anti-aims, or just like using it for like anti-aiming in general. You can see your fake, so you don't have to guess where your fake is. That's a very nice thing to do. FOV changer, you could change your in-game like FOV, so you could play with a higher FOV, or a lower one if you wanted to. I don't know why you would do that. This sadly, I don't think it has view model FOV changer. That is one thing that I really want them to add, because I really like putting my gun in my hand like very far out for some reason. Draw a spread circle, so you guys know what a spread circle is. As you can see, my AK spread, if I move around it's bigger, if I stand still it's smaller. You could change the alpha for this so it's like 100% white. I don't know why you would ever do that, but you could also change it so it's like very low, whatever you want to set it to really. You could also change the color, so like change it to red just to demonstrate. There you go. And then if I ever use this, it's like very low because I think it's very ugly and it's not very helpful because, you know, yeah. So we're gonna turn that off. Draw hits. I think what that does, yeah, as you can see, it draws their hitboxes when you hit them, and it's actually the accurate hitboxes. As you can see, they're like cylindrical. They're not all boxes. I think the feet and the hands are actually wrong, unless I'm wrong about that. I'm pretty sure the feet and the hands aren't squares in the actual game. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure about that. Who knows? But yeah, draw impacts. This is also just, and it only draws the server side impact, which is very nice. Some cheats draw the client side impact, which is fucking pointless in my opinion. So I like how it shows the server side impact because, yeah, that's just a nice thing to know, especially for HvH if you're trying to figure out what the hell you missed your shot for. That's a very nice thing to use. Draw out of FOV arrows, so this will show enemies that are out of your FOV with a little arrow, and it's very confusing because there's just a shit ton of FOV arrows on my screen right now. But if you're HvHing, that's also a nice thing to have so people can't sneak up on you. Very cool. Anti-aim arrows, this will show what direction your anti-aim's in. Bullet tracer, you shoot the gun. It doesn't work apparently. That's weird. It was working yesterday for me. I don't know why it's not working. Bullet tracer. Maybe it only works in third person? I'm not sure. It was working completely fine. Oh, no, you gotta hit someone. Okay. That's weird. Bullet tracer on hit. So there you go. That's also helpful for HvH. You get to see where you hit someone, especially if you have the draw hit on. You can see exactly where you hit someone in HvH. That's very nice. See what your cheat's doing, I guess. Where's the draw hit? Oh, there it is. Okay. I was blind. So, yeah, you can see the bullet tracer shows exactly where you hit. Very nice thing. Very nice indeed. So you can see I hit him in the body or the arm or whatever. Yep. That's a nice thing to have. I really appreciate that. If we could turn that off now and the bullet tracer, that's fine. Headshot, enables hit marker sound for headshot. I mean, there's no different hit marker sound for headshots, so I really don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe that's just me. I don't know. Night mode doesn't work on this map, but night mode works flawlessly. You also have the, oh, you don't have a night mode slider. That's actually something you might want to look into. Ev0lve is just putting a night mode slider in there so some people can adjust it. Not everyone likes the same night mode settings. Asus walls and then props only. This is good for HvH, so you can actually turn the wall alpha down so you can see through them better. Just see what the enemy's doing. A lot of people like to use that for some reason. I tend not to, just because why. But yeah, so that's the visual settings. Not too much in here because most of it's in the box ESP settings, but a very nice, just convenient features to have, you know, for HvH or legit cheating. And then just nice like weird stuff like this, like the weapon chams, which is pretty cool looking anyways. Get into the misc tab is what I meant to say. You got your config, creating, deleting, and saving and loading and stuff over here. So I just have one config. I never actually saved anything to it, but there's that. Spammer, you got a chat spammer. You could also set your clan tag if you wanted to. They have a building clan tag, so I don't know if that's actually going to show. No, it's not going to show. But you could also like spam your clan tag. We could turn that off. This just spams Ev0lve stuff so people know what cheat you're using. Bunny hop. Buddy hopping, you know, simple stuff. Yeah, there you go. That's the bunny hop. Auto strafe, I don't like their auto strafe simply because it's a simple auto strafe. It works fine, but it's not multi-directional, so it's not like anything innovative or like that good. It's just an auto strafer. It looks kind of legit, but like seriously, anyone can strafe. It's super easy. Enable fast crouch. This gets rid of the delay between crouches, so you can crouch as much as you want. This exploits on unknown cheats and MPGH, I'm assuming. It's everywhere. That's how you fake duck as well, but if you take that off, you can see I'm going to start, my crouch is going to get slower and slower. This happened, or this is something that's happened after the new CSGO updates after a while. But yeah. Enable lag crouch. I don't want to bind it, so I'm not even going to show what that is. Enable dark mode. This is supposed to set the like menu to a dark mode theme, but as you can see, it doesn't do anything. So also there's this bug sometimes when you like double click on something, for some reason you'll just start like knifing, but if you also have a gun out, I'm assuming it'll shoot. So that's annoying. You don't really want to do that. I hope they get that bug fixed as well, because that's really annoying. Log output. This is just stuff like if you hit someone, here, let me, damage done. It'll say in the chat how much damage I did to them and how much health they have remaining and where I hit them. So that's a nice feature to have. I think if I hit them in the hand, it'll also say like hit in the hand. Yep, in the arm. There we go. So that's cool to have. I really like that. I like how it shows what hitbox you hit them in. A lot of cheats don't do that for some reason. They just say like how much you hit them for. So that's cool. Shot info. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, it says like if you miss your shot due to spread and stuff. Let's see if we can get that to happen. No, it's not really doing it. There we go. Miss shot due to spread. Inaccuracy basically. And then buy log, it'll say what people buy. There's that bug again where you click in the menu and it does that. Shot info. We could turn all that off because that's not really useful. And then you could also have it log in the console or both in chat and in the console if you want that. So that's the MISC tab. Nothing super special in there, just cool, convenient features once again. We haven't really, I mean, all of this we've seen in like every other cheat nowadays, so that's not like super special. What this cheat really shines for is once you get into the HvH tab, in my opinion. They have a lot of cool settings in here, so this is very technical. If you don't HvH, I'm sorry, but we're gonna go through it anyways because this is something that a lot of people want to see. Anyways, anti-aim, so we got our anti-aim. Let's turn on third person. I'm sure it's in MISC actually. It's in MISC, I believe. Right? Maybe not. I thought it was in MISC. Maybe it's in visuals. Maybe it's in box ESP. Maybe it's in HvH. Third person's in HvH, that's right. Third person, distance. Alright. So we got our third person on. We turned on anti-aims. We can bind fake walk to control. So, fake walk. All fake walk is nowadays is slow walk, I believe. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. It's not even gonna really do much other than slow you down. Desync, this will turn on desync for you. We could go ahead and turn on our draw fake model. I'd like that to be in the HvH tab as well, but not everything can be in there, I guess. Alright, so this is cool. We could turn our pitch to down. As you can see, we have the desync, they're fake. And in the bottom left corner, you can also see how the desync is in the thing, whatever it's called. This is very good desync in my opinion. I think this desync's better than most cheats desyncs at the time of recording this. I might be wrong about that. Some people might have different opinions, but I honestly think that this desync is pretty good. They also got some weird anti-aims. Like, I don't know what Devastate is. It just kind of looks like backwards, but I'm probably wrong about that. So I don't know what their yaw Devastate is. 180, also, that's just backwards at the same exact thing. It just looks like Devastate 100%. I don't know what the difference is, but it just looks like 180 backwards, same thing. Then you have the very, very old school style left and right things, and then slow spin, also very old school. Fast spin, also very old school. You should never use slow spin or fast spin nowadays, especially if you're trying to desync, because as you can see, bottom left corner, there's absolutely no desync going on. Dynamic sideways, this is good for like, this is decent. It'll use the last A and D key presses that you use. So if you press A, your head's gonna be to the right. If you press D, your head's gonna be to the left. This is good for scouting. It's not very good for like actual using an auto or something like that. So if I were you, I would probably use, I feel like Devastate's got to do with something with freestanding. I'm not exactly sure. I would probably use like backwards, or like, so 180, or, you know, yeah. If you set it to 180 and then use freestanding, it's also not that bad. Their freestanding's okay, but it's not like the best freestanding I've ever used. So keep that in mind. Freestanding's okay, but once again, just not too good. You could also use at target or local view. I tend to use local view in 180 just because it works for me, but everybody's different. So additional yaw jitter, you can make your yaw just jitter a shit ton if you wanted to. It doesn't really look to be too effective, honestly, so I don't use it. Let's go back to the HvH tab. Alright, desync amount, you could change how much you desync. Honestly, the default settings are fucking phenomenal. I wouldn't really change them. 120 desync is... or they're not phenomenal, they're okay, but like you might want to change them to your own settings, but... I'm recording a video right now. Okay, close the door. All the way, yep. So the desync settings that they have by default are pretty good. You might want to change them to your own settings, but like, I honestly have found no issues with their desync settings just in an HvH server. Their default settings at least. As you can see, adjusting these settings changes your stuff. So yeah, obviously it's gonna change your settings, but yeah. You could also change from your desync body angle to your head angle, so it's focusing on desyncing your head instead of your body or whatever. I'm not exactly sure what that means. It's very technical, but it definitely changes the way the desync works. As you can tell, I think body is probably better, not sure why, but probably is just cause. And then yeah, so you can change your desync amount and your LBY delta. 120 I think is directly in the middle, so you probably want to use 120, and that's, yeah, not that bad. You also might want to switch it to like 90 or just something different, so you actually don't like get immediately tapped, I guess, because maybe 120 is just an angle people guess on their resolvers a lot. I don't know. Anyways, they got fake lag, they got linear, step, and adaptive. I'm not sure the difference between them. Just 3 different types of fake lagging. Usually what I do is like 12 to 14 and then set it to on peak, so as soon as I peak someone, you know, just a shit ton of fake lag. It works sometimes, not all the time, but you know what, that's kind of just how fake lag is because of fake lag correction and all that. So yeah, fake lag, very decent in this cheat, not too many settings, and then they also got in air only. Third person, obviously, I'm using it right now, you guys know what this is. Pretty simple stuff. You can change your third person amount or your distance, whatever. I usually keep it around 100 to 150 on this cheat, because anything higher than that's just too much for me, and anything lower is just kind of like way too close, so I like to keep it around 100. Enable spy cam. As you can see, it takes the enemy that it thinks is your target, or not your target, but like the person that's most likely to kill you, and then it creates a camera that's not too laggy because it's not like very high quality, and it shows kind of what they're doing, and like you'll be able to see their anti-aim and like what they're holding and stuff. So that's a cool feature that I've never really seen in any other cheat, and I've heard about this feature in Ev0lve like a long time ago, and I really like this idea. It's super cool, and I just absolutely love this idea. It's so cool. Removals, this is for HvH, no recoil, no visual recoil, no spread. This is for no spread servers, obviously. No flash, no smoke, and no scope. And then they got their resolver, and then their rigged server, or rigid server, I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's rigged, I don't know. The tooltip says, try this if you repeatedly miss enemies who are shooting. I'm assuming this has to do with on-shot anti-aim or something. I'm not sure. I haven't really touched it, so I don't know. Just play around with that if you ever get the cheat and you want to mess with it. Go ahead, I don't care. Double tap, this is for the auto. The auto has a, I think it's tick manipulation, I don't know, there's a bug in the code, and you could kind of shoot 2 bullets at once with an auto, so that's what that is. A lot of cheats have that, Amor has it, Skeet has it, it's just not really used anymore. This is their Ragebot tab, and they have a very cool like idea for this. As you can see, this is super simple target and stuff, but if you set it to advanced mode, it gives you more hitboxes and stuff, like hit chance and point scale. So if you know what you're doing, you can actually go in and configure all the hitboxes for every single weapon, by the way. Every single weapon like in the game. It's very configurable, and it's super nice. You don't have to have weapon configs or like a weapon config Lua or something. This cheat just has it. I think it's very nice Ragebot, but there's nothing to really go over. It's super simple, and most of the stuff's in the HvH tab, so that's cool. I like it. You could change the point scale, the min damage, the auto wall, the hit chance for every single gun. Absolutely amazing. I love it. So yeah, that's that. TriggerBot, this is just the TriggerBot settings. I don't know why it's not just built into the legit bot tab. There's definitely space for it. But yep, that's TriggerBot right there. From what I can tell, there's nothing really amazing about it except for it has smoke check. A lot of cheats don't have that. I don't know why. But yeah, legit bot, it has no snap, non-sticky. You're probably going to want to use both of those. Smoke check and silent aim. This is like the only like legit cheat that I still know that has silent aim, maybe except for Unity. I don't know. A lot of legit cheats don't have silent aim anymore, but it's a very cool feature for legit if you've never used it. Low FOV silent aim is super cool for opping and stuff, so that's nice that they have that. Recoil control, normal stuff, smooth, completely normal. So yeah, that's Ev0lve. They also got this thing, reveal all, so it only reveals like what you're looking at if you hover over it. I absolutely hate this, and I don't know why it's on by default when you load the cheat, but I turned that off because Jesus Christ. Well, I turned it on, I guess. So yeah, that's Ev0lve, guys. If you guys want to check it out, the link's in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. We're trying to get... So that's Ev0lve, guys. If you guys want to check it out, the link will be in the description. It's a super decent cheat, in my opinion. I would give it a 7 out of 10. It just needs to get its bugs fixed, like the menu and stuff. And also I realized you could like drag these, but you can't like rearrange them. I don't know what the purpose of that is. But yeah, so it's a cool cheat, just very buggy in my opinion, and if they fixed all their bugs, it would be a very cool, like, nostalgic thing to have, because this is kind of what cheats were like back in the day, back in 2016 when I started cheating. So yeah, it's a cool thing to actually play around with nowadays. So 7 out of 10, honestly. If you guys want to check it out or apply for it, links in the description for that. There's also some other stuff down there if you want to check that out. My Snapchat, my Instagram, some other stuff. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you guys want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on bell notifications. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.